Hey everybody, what's going on? Dustin here with a kind of an odd review for you guys. This is the Titanic Dream model that I purchased about maybe a couple, I think last month, I believe, give or take. So this is the ship itself with the Iceberg, as you see here. Now, if you're wondering why I bought this set, you know, kind of back in the late 90s, if you do remember the old Titanic submersible model that you possibly saw on eBay that went for $2,000. And then, you know, I kind of thought to myself, you know what, maybe I want one, but and all of a sudden I just don't want to pay that ridiculous amount of price. It actually went for a limited run until they kind of stopped production. That's the reason why it's so expensive in the United States, because it's so rare to where you can't even find one. Now, however, I came across this certain item after watching a historic travels video on the Titanic Dream model. He talked about this on a live stream, and it got me intrigued, thinking, ooh, maybe I should get one myself. I looked at it, the original price was like, oh my goodness, yep, that's out. However, the guy that actually who runs Titanic Dream actually did a summer sale, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get one there. And voila, there it is, got my own submersible Titanic model. Now, if you actually do want to see the review from Historic Travels, I will leave a link up in the eye, so that way you can check that out. So, this is the ship itself. Now, keep in mind the forecastle deck was actually not like this because I dropped the bow by accident, and you'll possibly wonder why. So inside is you get these Titanic Dream stickers. There's about 3 of them. And right here, and you also get these 3 bookmarks as well. Great, very great to have. And yes, this is the Titanic sailing out of Southampton, not the Olympic, in case if anyone's wondering. I already done a video debunking the switch theory. It's actually on another channel called History Inside a Nutshell, so feel free to check that out. Check them out. I narrate videos there. And here's a little postcard, and also the helpful tips is on the back. And also a little business card right here. You can win a free Titanic model set that you can actually show this off on YouTube. Here's the instructions, the FAQ. And, oh, I forgot, this is also another one. Now, it does come with a, I think 3 blue hearts on it. I think it's called Heart of the Ocean. If you watch the 1997 Titanic movie, you'll possibly wonder why it's not in there, because I don't have them in this one, so, oh well, so here's the ship itself. This is what the ship actually does look like in 1912. Really got the nice coloring scheme down. Got the hull correct. You got the iceberg damage, and if you're wondering, the iceberg damage is up at the top of the grand staircase. Very nice and discreet. I will show you the sinking later on. Now, I don't remember the portholes on the shear line. Now, in case if you're wondering, this is what the superstructure looks like on the ship. And this is what the superstructure looks like. I understand he's not going for accuracy. Hopefully that he kind of takes in some of the criticism about these models and go, okay, this is what I'm going to do to improve and all that. And of course, the switch is up on top. There's actually a mechanism between these 2 joint halves that actually allows the ship to split in 2. And there's the stern back here, the stern bridge, the propellers. And you may wonder, where's the mast at? I could imagine it actually changes up the center of gravity, so that's the reason why the masts are not there. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and put this model on it. Oh, it also includes with this Iceberg as well. It is very buoyant. If you just throw it in the water like this, it just floats. So no worry about the thing sinking in there. Now these are actually made with a 3D printer, And it's also advisable to keep this out of the heat or out of direct sunlight. I actually had this in here a couple of times and it hasn't been worked yet, so surprisingly. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get this model in the hot tub. Be right back. Alright, so the ship is now in the hot tub, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, switch to the sinking mode, and right now it's currently taking on water, and we'll just watch the thing go down. Water goes over the forecastle, now goes over the bridge. There we go. And stern goes down. Yeah, so that's how it's supposed to do. So, I'm going to go ahead and get it out of there, reset, and do a couple more tries. Ship out of the water, and this time got the towel nearby, so that way I dry it off after I get out. So, this is going to be attempt number 2. I'm actually going to sink it out into the middle for the last part, but for now I'm just going to utilize this edge right here. So, I'm going to go ahead, make sure it's on sinking mode. Hold it firmly in the water. Yeah, a little bit and go. Alright, split in two. Oop, bow just hits the... Yeah, if you actually notice, then the stern's kind of settling in the water, and then it just kind of naturally floods. Oh, and there it goes. Alright, since the bow's in the middle, so we're going to try again, and this time it sinks in the middle. Okay, since now I'm at this side, and please excuse this mess going on here. It turns out that we have a clogged line somewhere here, and it turns out that we have to get serviced by a technician, but unfortunately, so anyway. So we're actually going to sink it from the shallower end, which is basically where this step is here. And now I'm going to predict that the bow is actually going to go off over here. So it's going to be, if it happens, it happens. So I'm going to go ahead, drop it in here, and let it go. Oh. Looks like my prediction's wrong, though. Okay, now it's time to sink it out there. Before we get to the sinking it out in the middle of the hot tub, I figure I want to do something. I want to do like a float test, see how long that it will stay afloat until it sinks, because it doesn't have a lot of buoyancy when it does float. I'm gonna possibly predict a night to remember style sinking. So. Switch to float, so we're going to drop it in the water and let it go, and this will time it how long. So far there is a list. Now if there is a list, oh wait. It basically doesn't float long, so actually we're going to go ahead and sink it out in the middle of the hot tub now. We're going to sink it out in the middle of the hot tub, so here we go. Dropping it now. There it goes, split and down. And that's the Titanic Dream model. So I'm going to go ahead and get both of them out of the water, so I'll be right back for my final thoughts. Okay, so that was the Titanic Dream sinking model. So my final thoughts on it is, now my pros and cons for this thing is, I'm going to start off with the pros. It's very neat to have. It's very unique to have if you're a Titanic collector and you want a sinking model, this is perfect for you. The price is actually ain't that bad. You know, he's got a summer sale going on. Hopefully that there might be a Christmas one. So if you're looking to get one of these for Christmas, feel free to put some money off to the side at the moment and start saving up. So the design of the ship is very well done. You know, I have found there might be a few issues here and there and all that, but other than that, is very good. Now, another pro I got is that you got the propeller part right, which is basically there is a 3-bladed center, which is where the turbine engine is. Okay. Forgot the other two are the reciprocating engines. The outbound wings are the reciprocating engines. Now, the cons is one, the lack of the mass, which I understand it does change the center of gravity. Now, if you did notice, it tends to list, which is normal. For those that don't know, listing it basically means how the ship leans from starboard or port. So basically, if it has a list to port, it goes like this, like what the real Titanic did. Even keel is like where I actually do have it at right now anyway. So it does break in half. Now, sometimes in a swimming pool, it does get stubborn. It's better to have like a tote full of water, or if you have a hot tub like mine, it works. Swimming pool is just basically on luck. So I tried it many times, and sometimes it'll sink right, sometimes it'll sink wrong. Now, most people are going to be talking about the split area. Now, keep in mind, this is actually based off from the 1997 James Cameron movie. Now, unfortunately, with the recent new findings is they found out that the ship actually did split just right in front of the third funnel, because if you see most of this superstructure right here, from where the third funnel is and between the fourth funnel, is gone. The problem is the buoyancy issues, the change of gravity, and all that. Now, I do notice, and speaking of which, since I actually noticed that the stern just like sell back in the water and just sinks naturally. So what I'm actually going to do as a demonstration is I'm going to drop it in the water just by itself as a demonstration, so that way you know. Back of the hot tub, so I'm just going to go ahead and drop it in the water. So this is how it does. And of course, it'll just glide in there. And this is how it's supposed to do. It settles back in the water, just kind of goes up like the real ship and just goes down. And yeah, that's how the stern actually does sink. So there's a lot of things that he did got right, and some things did wrong, kind of like the stern kind of sound back. Now, I understand it's just basically experimenting, you know. It's a new model, you know. Of course, you're going to have its flaws. Now, there's actually another one coming out. It's the Larry Life model, to which I am actually stoked for that one, and I cannot wait till it comes out, so that way I can buy. And oh my goodness, I see a spider. Which is walking along the wall. See him? Yeah, he's just chilling, so might as well us. So, my final thoughts on this Titanic Dream model. It is pretty neat to have. If you're a Titanic collector, it is very well deserved to have. You may notice that the material is 3D printed. Now, do be careful handling this. I'll always handle it with 2 hands. Now, you kind of saw me kind of handling it with 1 hand. You know, I actually had a tight, firm grip on it up above the hot tub, so that way if it does drop, it drops in the hot tub, not on the ground. Now, I actually did crack it by accident, and it was around the forecastle deck, so I'm like, okay, you know what, I know what to do. Get some super glue and just repair it. So, if you do drop it by mistake, remember, they don't offer repairs, so that's a bummer on that one. So So if you have a little thing of super glue, it's highly preferable to do so. So make sure you take real good, delicate care of this model. And I think that'd be all for this review. So if you happen to like this video, leave a like, comment on here, subscribe for more. Maybe some Titanic videos in the future. Hopefully I may do some. And check out Titanic Dream. The link's down in the description below. Check out History Inside a Nutshell's YouTube channel and Discord server. I help moderate both, so both of them will be linked down in the description below. Check out the Historic Travels YouTube channel. That too will also be down in the description below as well. Check out his Discord server as well. So anyway, once again, my name is Dustin, and I will see you guys in another video.